This is Dr. Khushboo Shah, and welcome to another live with me. And today is Halloween, but also today is Diwali. So anyway, today I'm actually going to be joined by my dear friend, colleague, co-creator, Angelique Bernard, and let me ask her to join. Hold on. No, not Ruhi. Wait. Add. So wait, hold on. I'm just going to invite my colleague, my co-facilitator, co-creator in action. Celebrating a day of ghosts and spirits and entities and consciousness. I think she should be here at any moment.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Khushboo.
Hi,
Hello,
Angelique.
everyone. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And it's also main Diwali day in India. So we're all like celebration mode.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I love it. We just had a Talk to the Entities, a free tester with Shannon for 1 hour. It was absolutely amazing. And it always blows my mind when we start to talk about entities, like sharing some tools, Talk to the Entities tools, access consciousness tools, and how it starts to open the space of the people, and also how it starts to create more lightness. It's something you can even perceive when you are like just listening and following the call, like the energy is starting more spacey, and wow, I love it. And I wonder what else we can create today with this call for you guys. What else can we share with you that will add more ease, joy, and glory with your receiving and your giving with the spirit world?
Well, welcome everybody. So, for those who are just joining us, we're actually Access Consciousness facilitators, those who don't know us, and we're Talk to the Entities facilitators. Yes, that we're saying we're the witches of 2024. So, where consciousness is included in your ability with entities. So, Talk to the Entities. So we both actually work with Talk to the Entities and with Shannon, and Angel is actually like the go-to person after Shannon for everything TTTE. So can you tell me about like how were you before TTT with your awareness of TTT, and how has that changed with your awareness of entities, not TTT, but you know.
Yeah, before Access, because I started Access and Talk to the Entities really in same times. I did my Access bars class, and then right away I went to Talk to the Entities because for many reasons. But you can also see we talk about that on our last call, free tester we did with Khushboo. It's really amazing. You can find it on my YouTube channel, Angelique Bernard. It's in English. And I think you will have it on your YouTube channel too. Awesome.
Yes.
So before Talk to the Entities and Talk to the Access, it was like a psychic war in my universe. It was like a big mess and a lot of resistance. Nobody told you that you can perceive anything that you don't see when you grow up. And this is what's happening. I grew up with some ability that I could see that nobody was talking or telling you anything about that. So I was just looking how I can survive with that.
Yeah.
And the best way for me to survive, it was my best coping mechanism was to just shut down my awareness and separate myself from my abilities with addictions, with judgments, with rejection, barriers, everything that I could use to survive in this reality. And this was like this. And you?
Yeah, but that is so. just to reiterate, she actually said her space was like psychic war. So how many of y'all out there um, can relate to it? So, and let me talk about me. Well, I think I was always aware of entities, but as with how you said, there's no education with the spirit world, and I grew up in a culture where, and then a school. So I grew up in a culture where entity awareness is there, like it's there, but it's also being highly removed at the same time, because if you're the more educated you are, the less you believe in spirits. So based on my schooling, and generally, it it was like this confusion between yes, spirits exist and no, spirits don't exist. So it was an interesting. It's still there. It's this weird space where there is no clarity. It's there, but it's not there, and your whole culture says one way, but it also says the opposite. So it was crazy. So there was honestly no education, and those who did believe in the spirit world tend to do a lot of superstition and a lot of control, and a lot of crazy, and which is also not fun to be around. So again, there was no real education, and the only thing that I think I saw was movies. So, which is again not the greatest education. So I think I grew up really, really scared of entities and really, really, really terrified of my own awareness. Now I didn't show it outwardly, but in the night, pretty much up until my early 20s, I slept in my parents' room because I couldn't sleep alone anywhere, right? So there was a lot of resistance, like you said before, and that created not a happy psychic space. It didn't create a space that was good for my body either. It didn't create a good space for me, basically, to be happy. I was running away, and though I didn't fall into the regular categories of addictions, I had my own ways and my own coping mechanisms of dealing with, or so to say, not dealing, but just avoiding with it. So I think it just became like this dark, unhappy world. And though nothing was wrong, it just wasn't a happy space up until I found access and then talked to the entities.
Wow. Yeah. It's so funny, like it's a great example that when you cut any part of you, you know, of your soul, of your abilities, you cannot be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So, how many parts of you are you cutting? Like, because it doesn't fit in a box, that nobody actually gave you any tools, so your tools to deal with it. You know, like you're an X-Men, but nobody taught you anything. So, how many parts of you are you cutting out? Because, well, it doesn't fit in the box. Everything that is, will you please uncreate, destroy all? Right,
Yeah.
good, bad, popcorn, online shots, boys, bases, and beyond. So,
Wow.
that gobbledygook sentence out there is the access consciousness clearing statement. That is what we use to clear stuff. All right, so we ask the question to bring things up, and then that sentence. well, I am in Indian this lifetime. So, so the gobbledygook sentence is called the clearing statement. You can go to www.theclearingstatement.com and you'll find out more information. So basically, what that does is it clears everything that we're clearing today, everything that you don't need. So, talk to the entities. So how are you? Like, having found talk to the entities and working with Shannon for these many years, what has changed for you?
Thank you for this question. What did change is, you know, it's before Access, everyone was telling me, hey, yeah, Angelique is oversaying about me. Yeah, she's a good girl, but she's really not confident. I was really like not having any clue how to deal in this reality. You know, I was scared of everything. Like don't know how to communicate with people. I'm really autistic, and I was like, how am I talking with people, with the things, how I'm dealing with things I'm perceiving that I cannot see. I needed a guideline, but I didn't have any guideline how to survive in this planet.
Yeah.
But I was taking in the reference point of this reality, what I was seeing, that what is being confident, it's being right, it's being really like knowing
Having
stuff,
all the answers. Yeah.
yeah, from your mind. It's like, but I couldn't figure out how to be like this because it was not my space of being. So it's also something that helped me a lot. It's also the X-Men class we see with Access, how to deal with all the X-Men people, ADHD, autism, etc. Just quickly, I said that. So it helped me also how to acknowledge my difference. First of all, acknowledging, because acknowledging is the first pieces of the change, and the receiving of you. So acknowledging that I was different, and start to looking at, there is a gift. It's not wrong. So I was like, am I a gift?
Yeah.
Can I be a gift? Is my ability a gift? Because for me, it was a curse. A
Yeah.
curse? Yeah. It was really something like, because some people say, oh, I would love to be medium and to be able to hear people thoughts, or like to see ghosts or whatever. Well, like, oh, trust me, guys, you don't want to see that or hear all of that shit, because it's a really painful. But after with Access and being with Shannon and receiving that, I could start to learn how to use that to my advantage, to create something, to grow up, and to be confident. Because it's what I heard, by what I learned, is that it was not really being confident, it's being conscious. And when you are conscious, you can know that you are having your back,
Right.
and you can choose, change, and transform everything and every energy and entities around you. This is what Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, says. He said, the true power is the ability to change, shift, and transform all energy and so entities. And when I started to acknowledge that I can change, impact, create anything by choosing and asking, I was like, wow, this is the confidence. I knew it's possible. And it started to build the muscle of what it of myself.
Yeah.
So this is what I found by those amazing tools. It's myself. And after, when you really build yourself, you can spread the source of possibility you are, and also invite every people who are looking to find this source of possibility for themselves. How I was also looking at when I was searching myself before, and I wonder what else is possible now, because it's infinite in possibility to always grow up by finding yourself even more by asking.
Yeah. So you found yourself with saying yes to talk to the entities. How does it get there? And the journey continues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Well, for me, I mean, I first found Access, and I think let me talk about. I think it's a weird topic, but let me talk about it. Anyway, we're going weird. Let's be weird. So in the foundation class, so which is the class you take after your bars class, which is like a now 3.5 day, but used to be 4 days. It's like a washing machine class. We came to a specific topic called walk-ins. So walk-ins is ah, so walk-ins is just like a new being in the same body, okay? To for the internet out there, so this has become very weird. So it's like a new being in the same body. So I remember reading walk-ins, and I remember going through the walk-in clearing, and I was like, everything up until then I was choosing one thing, and suddenly one day I started choosing completely different. Like I was a dentist up until one day, and then the next day I was something completely different. right? So I still remember it was my early 20s, and like the amount of change that happened almost overnight in when I came to walk-ins, which is the specialty entity topic as well, and when I acknowledged that is what happened, my whole world sort of like in almost like 5 seconds, I went from to because I finally realized, whoa, that is what it was. It was just I was just like a different person. And though this is like a weird topic, and I've never spoken about this upfront on, Instagram. Um, However, so it was the walk-ins and becoming aware of the number of other things and entities and other things around me that I was aware of, um, created so much confusion up until that point, and then there was so much clarity suddenly just by that one clearing. So if you are someone who's like has like multiple things going on in their head, and you have like multiple conversations going on, guess what? You're not really talking to yourself. Okay, you think you're talking to yourself, but what does that mean? That means nothing. Like, so you may just want to ask if it's just different entities you're talking to. Okay, and you have like a nice board meeting going on for every decision. Okay, so you can never make any decisions. Every decision and choice is like this confusion filled contradiction. So if you're one of them who's been really this highly aware as well, and there's like a boardroom of things going on, you may want to really look at, okay, is this entities or is this something else? Always ask a question, don't assume everything is entities. But I remember just starting to acknowledge that, wait, hold on, this is not me either. This is not me either. This is an entity. Or this is also not me. This is an entity. Or this sadness suddenly I have is not me. This is actually my awareness of entities. But please believe it's not that every problem under the umbrella was entities. But for me, since I was so aware and I'd done so much resistance against it, at that point when the floodgates opened, it was something that was relevant for almost everything that I had to look at. So all of the conversations, everything else that was going on, and I'm like, hold on. So a lot of my confusion went away and is going away. And that's what you're talking about, like that confidence, like knowing what I know and knowing and getting to have me has never been this clear today than ever before in my lifetime up till now. And it's like this and it's like this ongoing journey. So the thing with entity awareness is if you don't have tools and you've not been educated, everything that you're aware of you will think is yours, whilst also knowing that it isn't, and that's going to create a lot of psychic war, confusion, and general insanity in your space. All right, it is an ability. However, you just didn't have the tools. So with TTTE, I've learned to start using it to my advantage and having a sense of me whilst having the ability.
Wow,
Yeah.
really cool. And this is a great example. It's and when you start using some tools, it's what I saw with facilitating to the entities classes with some people arriving in class with this kind of situation happening in their life, that having like a walk-in or some entities like awareness and choosing from what you perceive instead of what you want. It's that when people start to use the tools and shift that, it's like before and after. Like you can see the difference so dynamically, because even the face of the participant is totally different, because it starts to become himself and not like being impacted by everything. It's incredible how you can see the difference like right away, and also after that it's on their choice, their business, their money flow, their creations, like everything is different because it's choosing from their own being, not someone else.
Exactly. So are you choosing from your own being, or are you choosing for all the other entities that you're aware of, thinking that it's you? So what if you could start having clarity? Because then after that begins like true creation with them. Till then, you're like at the effect of all of this. But only after getting more clarity, now I can affect my environment. And that's where creation with entities begins. That, that's good for you, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and also those tools are not only for people who already have like some entities like you know signs. It's also for you guys who, like, even if you think that you never hear any entities or saw any entities, or if you think you have no abilities, it's also totally a class and tools for you, because you have it. You just need to develop this space and also like build these muscles and train it to just create this your own awareness with entities.
Yeah. So, what else? I hope this is contributing to you guys out there and whoever's going to listen to this in the future. We actually have a class coming up. We're co-facilitating together for the first time. It's called Creation with Entities. It's a Talk to the Entities specialty class. Do you want to say a little bit more about it?
About creating with
Yeah.
entities,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really something we wanted to co-create together, because basically what's happening is we are co-creating together. For We've talked to the entities for 5 years right now, so we built this muscle that it seems really normal for us, and we realize that it's not normal for everyone. So we are knowing some stuff that we would love to be able to share with you about what you can, create, ask, receive, how to ask, and receive, and you can really do with entities beyond all the
And I think
expectations.
Angel's totally downplaying it. Angel is like a phenomenal host that has helped co-create massive TTT classes in the last how many years? 5 years at least. So it's not a small job, and she's like this one man like army that is aware of all of the bodies, but also all the entities, and also working with Shannon. So she knows stuff that she just these. So I'm sure she's downplaying it right now, but it's actually not. It's quite a capacity to be handling the number of things that she does with TTT whilst having awareness of all of the entities that are involved in every creation of Dr. The Entities. It's not easy. It needs a muscle, and for some reason, it shows up with ease when Angel's hosting. So what is it that you can actually sort of receive from this class about creation as well that
Thank you.
she may just downplay right now?
Thank you for that, for
Yeah.
saying that. It reminded me that Shannon said one day, I remember she said, but you are doing the job of 25 people. So like, and after I realized, like, I'm not actually doing the job.
Yeah.
I'm doing the job with so many
Yeah,
entities
exactly.
that it makes like I'm doing something for 25 people. But I have an army of amazing beings who are looking to contribute to make it happen in this planet. So every single like creation, it's like, like it's being like a maestro of possibilities with like entities, like one is playing drum, one is playing piano, like everyone is doing something, and
Yeah.
you're just like to move those things by asking, by receiving, by with energy flow, and then it's something really natural that it's a muscles that you can build.
Yeah.
And yes, and I would love to share that with you guys, and also to also share with what we can share with Khushboo and with you for this class. I love it's really an infinite in possibilities what we can create with the spirit world, and we are really at the beginning.
Yeah,
Really.
right at the beginning. There's so much more to explore. And we've traveled the world, made money just by talking to entities and working with entities. Not it's not all entities want to get something from you. That want to work with you and want to support everything that you're asking for. So If you'd like to learn that, if you'd like to get some tools, tips, energies, and how to be and how we've changed our lives over the last few years, come join us for Creating with Entities, a Talk to the Entities Introduction Specialty class. There are no prerequisites. So anyone can join in. It's a 2-hour um, deep dive and a massive door opening to an ability that you may already have but haven't yet fully acknowledged. Um, so what else is possible if you start creating with entities? You can create crap and you can create magic.
Yeah.
When we didn't have the tools, we created crap. When we have the tools, we've been creating magic, and it keeps on gifting. All right. So you're more than welcome. 3rd of November. I think it's I forgot the time, but I think it's 2 p.m.
2
CET.
p.m.
Yeah.
European time.
Yeah, 6:30 p.m. India time, and what else is possible? And the links are in our bios, or you can just reach out directly to us. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah,
to
I know
create.
right either. I wonder what this will open up for us as well.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, really thank you for everyone watching us live and later. And happy Halloween. We hope we've been a contribution for you guys today. And what else is possible now?
Yes. Happy Halloween. Happy Diwali. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.